Sunday. I have a reading for you. I have my cards on the mat, and I'm sitting on my blocks. But I wanted to do the reading on the table because I felt more comfortable this way. So, as per usual, I have my bell. We're going to start this reading with 3 deep breaths to connect our energy. I'm going to put a pause to the music. And I'm really excited to do this today. So let's get to it. Your Sundays for the soul. Three deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's get the story started. You can always skip the breathing. I strongly urge that you do it. But, if you're crunched for time, it's not your thing. It won't hurt my feelings if you fast forward. But I hope you had a beautiful day. I've been extremely productive today. I'm trying to be more disciplined with my time. And I'm really excited because this week I'm also teaching my first company-wide yoga class. It's a mini class. It's a mini break during a retreat, but it's something I've always wanted to do. So I've been preparing for that and picking the best stretches for the amount of time that I have. And then I think from there I may start teaching virtual hour-long classes. That might be, the beginning of me getting around to teaching online classes like I've been talking about for the longest time, and I need to stop talking and start doing. I think the spread, oh my God, these cards are jumping all over the place. Oh my goodness, they're spreading all over. I think what I want to do today is not do my typical Celtic cross. I think I just want to let the cards fall where they may and tell the story from there. I gotta get it together, you guys, here. Let's look at the cards here. Just watch them, put your energy in. I have a steady group of friends that check in every week, and I love doing this for them. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like. And we're starting off with 2 of Cups. We're starting off with love. 2 of Cups. The love is there. Celebration of union between 2 people. I don't know why love is, who doesn't want love? But it seems like a lot of these tarot readings are dedicated so much to love. And as big as my heart is, I'm a Leo. We are the experts at romance. We are ruled by our hearts. But I'm also an Earth Capricorn rising, and I love business too. And this is about exploring your options. You're having a hard time coming into union because you're still trying to pick your options. And you have a lot of them, and you should. And it could be that work is getting in the way. A lot of work options are getting in the way. You could be stagnant because of too many options, and you're exhausted by it. We've got the 10 of Swords. You'll, again, in the fetal position because you're just either stressed out by the options or you're stressed out because you don't know what to choose. And this love, again, this love could also mean love of work, love of whatever it is that is taking up space in your heart. So if it's a lover, then that is the case for you. That's how this will resonate. If it's a new job and a new adventure, or a new opportunity, and that is what's dominating your heart, then that's what this message is about. But the message here is that if you had some anxiety about the options, just know that the tough times are over. They're so over, they're so stick a fork in it over, but you're so exhausted and you're so used to being in your mental prison and being tormented also by these little monsters or karmics, if you want to call it karmics, haters, blockers. You know, they're always on your case, but your angel has put up the swords this time, not to stab you in the back, not to pierce into your heart and your gut to help you to heal, but it's now formed into a fence of protection. So you're protected. And you're so exhausted you don't even know it. And maybe that's why it's time for you to withdraw. I've got the Hermit here. And it's time that you are withdrawing because you now need to start trusting your own wisdom. Or you're withdrawing to gain your own wisdom. You're either trusting what's already there, or you're acquiring new wisdom by withdrawing from the world. Whether that's even like withdrawing from Facebook. Like, there's a lot of people taking a break from Facebook. You know, withdrawing from Facebook will actually change your energy. I've done it, and I honestly don't look at Facebook the same way anymore, because when I took that break, I realized how much of a time strain it can be. So I go in and I try to stay in touch with friends and family that I want to see and, you know, dump some things on there. But I try not to spend hours and hours and hours scrolling the news feed. So sometimes the Hermit needs to withdraw, not just from people, not just from, like, you know, social activities, but just social activities, meaning like getting out, you know, like for me, going up north to even hike a mountain, it's 2 hours just a car ride. So that's 4.5, maybe sometimes 5 hours just in the car to hike another 5-6 hours. So, you know, even withdrawing from that to be home, because although the mountains heal me, or if I'm out snowshoeing and I'm out in the Church of the Great Outdoors and it heals me, I'm still somewhat distracted by the beauty of the outer world. But when you withdraw and you're home and you come into a space of meditation where you're silent and you're not running away from anything, that's actually when you can receive so much information. And I'm sticking on this because somebody watching this doesn't understand that whatever it is that you have anxiety over, whatever that you're stressing about, whatever you're in fear of some outcome that hasn't happened, you're holding yourself prisoner because it's not true. So we have more swords, and this is 5 of Swords, where your angels or your team or your guardian or whatever it is, maybe your higher self is saying you need to look at carefully. Look at what you're choosing in your life, because actually this is about accepting your limitations, because you can have a lot. You're abundant. You draw a lot of opportunities. You're surrounded by a lot of people. But this is saying, you know what? It's time for you to accept your limitations. That there are only 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. What are you doing if you only have 24 hours that you're setting yourself up with 48 hours of work every single day? It's not gonna give you balance. It's not gonna give you joy. It's just gonna make you so busy. So if you've taken on more than you can chew, yeah, you're overwhelmed by your options, actually. You know, options in life is what I think makes it just exciting and beautiful. But there's also the saying, too much of a good thing. Well, maybe you can share it out. So you've got the Six of Pentacles. You have a lot, and you also have a lot to give. Ha! 3, you got the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is really you receiving. So this is about giving and receiving. One card of the Six of Pentacles, I see you giving. And then the Three of Wands right next to it, I see you receiving. Like, receiving because you've earned it. And, I don't know, I see you both giving and receiving. What's really funny is, in this, you're in the purple. That's you with the pentacles in your hands, with somebody on their knees, willing to receive your energy, right? And then in this card, it's reversed, where the man in the purple is now on his knees trying to receive, but receive from a different person, because this person has like a tan cloth on, and this one has a red one. So I think that's very interesting. Totally two different people. One when you're on your knees. You're on your knees giving, and then you're in your chair receiving. I see something. I thought I saw something that was, there it is. There it is. See that? King of Pentacles. Because you're the King of Pentacles, man. You have a lot. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to give. This is boss man energy. This is Mr. CEO. He has his coins stacked, but he needs to preserve his energy, and he needs to get into balance. I think this giving and receiving is a call to balance. Balance of your energy. Because there's a balance of how it's a balance of your energy, and energy in the form of finances, because all money is energy. And energy in terms of what you give in your spirit to other people. And I only see one cup card, and that's the Two of Cups. And that and it says that in a relationship is it's a relationship is coming together. A relationship between two people. But it looks like more, I've got Pentacles and Swords. That's what I have. I have Pentacles and Swords. It's passion and money. So this union that's coming together has a lot to do with finances and passion. So passion to me with finances is more like purpose. So passion and purpose. But somebody is in doubt, though. 5. We got another 5. We got the 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. So we have Cups again, but the 5 of Cups it's not the most romantic. It's actually very challenging. It's all all the cups are spilled over, except for one. One is still upright. One is still standing up. The others are spilled over. She's looking at the spilled milk, and her lover left, because who wants to be around somebody that doesn't trust, that's like trying to trap them doing something wrong, like when the person didn't do anything wrong. The person has been loyal and they're there, and I don't know, there's a lack of trust. Maybe because, again, you've taken on too much, and it's messing with your mental mind. Like, when you take on too much, and why did the King of Swords have to come up? He's another a strong male figure who's just not emotional. This person is just, they're not going to make a decision. They're not going to make a heart decision. They're going to make a head over heart decision. Very logical, very in their truth, very strong communicator, who's carefully weighing the options that are in front of him. Even though there was a little doubt, but that doubt came from being overwhelmed. That doubt came from not really seeing the one option in your face that is the one to go with. Because, if you have to make a choice, sometimes you know what the choice is. You know what it is. And, your mind can play games on you. And that's why withdrawing from the world will help you to get clear. Yeah. Just withdrawing. It's not even like massive meditation, like you're on this roll on meditation, or you're trying different ways to meditate. Oh, why is this happening to me? Why? Now I can't take them all. If the cards fall on the floor and they're all facing up, oh, nope, this one was already there. Then I can't take them all. I have to put them back in. Okay, thank you. I should start thanking my team when cards jump out, because that's what I want them to do. We got the Judgment, and the Lovers, and the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. I have to take them all. Again, implies a choice. There's somebody here exploring their options. See that? Somebody who's very, 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 very busy with new money that they're gambling and playing with. They're reinvesting. Like, that's what I mean by gambling. They've got a return, and they're taking that return and they're putting it in. But this really implies you're putting it into a new skill. This was on the floor, Five of Swords. And you're being very strategic about how you play with your money. You're being very, very careful. That the image is the gentleman carrying, you can't really see, he's carrying the swords, right? And he doesn't want to drop a single one, and he has to be very, very, every step has to be careful, or else he's going to cut himself, okay? And this is about business. This is about investments. And it's going to pay off, because you're in the Nine of Pentacles, where you're feeling absolutely, positively, amazingly good about yourself. So what I'm seeing here on the table is financial success. I see rewards for efforts made. I see hard work paying off. I see somebody leaning back a little bit to explore their options, so that they spend their time wisely. Because if you don't, you're going to bleed your energy. And that's like, if you're spending your energy on too many things, or you're running around trying to make everybody else happy, and then you're exhausted, like this poor slob in the fetal position, that's like hemorrhaging your own power. That's like bleeding out your own power. And that doesn't feel good. How can you be prosperous in business and be super successful and have enough to give, but then you're so exhausted that you can't even enjoy it yourself? That's not smart. But yet this king of swords is making these decisions. Time to manifest a new thing. I've got manifestation is up. Or you've been manifesting this. And it's the Judgment is saying it's time to cash out, like a stock that is paying out dividends or a high return. Your hard work is paid off. Congratulations. And you are now, look at this, you are in your power. You are in your power. We just got to get you out of the fetal position, because you're in your power. If you don't know it yet, I think it's because when I shuffle, I need to shuffle lighter. It's like, what did the cards do to me? They didn't do anything to me. Why am I shuffling them so hard? We got a soulmate here. And a soulmate doesn't mean husband or wife. Soulmate doesn't mean twin flame. Soulmate means that the person that is in your life has a contract to do work with you. Whether they're there to trigger you kind of soulmate or to help you grow kind of soulmate or love. Or a soulmate that's in your life to help you heal. That's a beautiful soulmate. One that comes in to help you heal. And you've been asking for this. And you're a powerful manifester. You made it happen. All right, angels. What else do you want me to know before I move on to another deck? Ugh. Okay, see that? Didn't I say it's celebration? Say, hey, your investments have paid off. That's why you're feeling really good. Your investments in the Two of Pentacles has paid off. That's why you're standing there looking pretty. And you were careful with your steps. You were careful with your strategy. Congratulations. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. Can you see that it says celebrate? Celebrate good times. Come on. It says celebrate in case you can't see it. Because my living room is dark. I don't have my fireplace on. I had it on all night Friday. I bought an eighth. No, I bought a third of a cord of wood. And I thought that I had enough for this winter and next winter. I was like, oh my God, am I going to burn all this wood? And I'm down to like 2 more days for like, a long, fireplace session. So I got to call and get some more wood. And it's only January. It's working from home. It's made me want to use the fireplace more. Purpose. Because remember I said in the beginning, sometimes the love cards could be about love, but it could also be about your business, your purpose, the love of your purpose. So it seems like whatever plan that you're making, the plan that you've manifested, the options that you have gone over, and the strategy and the investment, it's all because it's for your purpose. It's for your purpose in your life. That's awesome. And if you don't know what your purpose is, at least you've done enough of the business and enough of the financial investing that now you can take that money as seed money into your purpose when it comes to you. Don't do this. Don't have any regrets. There's some regret on the table here. So I know that I cannot change the past. And maybe because you've come into some good fortune, when you come into some good fortune, right? Hold on a second, I gotta fix my blocks. They're not balanced. I need my blocks to be balanced. What happens is, I think, is when everything else is going really well and you're finally ready to plan the next steps of your life, sometimes you may reflect on the past. And all that past does is make you feel, it holds you back from moving forward. Does that make sense? Like going over the past and having regret over it will not help you move forward. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. So you know what you need to do is you need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. That's why you're hanging on the regret of the past. Why? When your future looks so bright, learn from your past. Learn from your mistakes. Let it help you grow. Oh, you can't make this up. I said let it help you grow. What's this word? It says growth. It says growth. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Because you're growing. No more regretting. No more of that. No more regretting. Let your past grow you. Let your past grow you. Judgment twice. We've got judgment on the table twice. I'm going to look at that. But I just want to point out that we have judgment here. I'm sorry you guys can't see this. So we've got judgment here. And we've got it here. 2 times. And I'm going to tell you what this says. And it says, I understand that every Everyone has their own unique path and challenges. But it's going to pay off. Your judgment is paying off. Judgment is a good card, depending on the circumstances. But here on the table, it's pretty good. Forgiveness! What did I say about feeling? This is awesome. When I said that you are feeling regret for the past, what did I say? I said you're feeling the regret because you haven't forgiven yourself. Why are you not forgiving yourself? How can you forgive anybody else if you can't forgive yourself? Because you're in fear. You're in fear of your past. Why would you do this? You have so many, or maybe you've been working really hard to try to turn the table because of your past, because you're trying to make up. I don't know, maybe make up for lost time. I don't know. You know what? Let me go into some clarification. Let's go into some dark. Let's go into the shadow side for the forgiveness, fear, and regret, because that's just a toxic triad that unfortunately, it's almost like you're not allowing yourself to enjoy the fruit of your labor. That it happens. I mean, I don't know if I do that. I hope I don't. If I do, I hope that somebody loves me enough to smack me in the back of the head and tell me to stop it. Oh, there's a card. Failure. This person feels like a failure. You feel like a failure. You need to forgive yourself. You're fearing, you're regretting, you're feeling like failure. I don't know where failure is on this table other than in your home, because you're a perfectionist. Perfectionist. I'm not one to judge about being a perfectionist, because I have a tendency to be that way. And then I cut myself some slack. I forgive myself and I say, I'm perfectly imperfect, not perfect. Because unless you can demonstrate walking on water, you're flawed. I don't care if you live in a castle. I don't care if you drive a Tesla. I don't care if you have a couple $1 million in the bank. I don't care if you have a million options. I don't care if you have a lot of friends. We're all flawed. We're all perfectly imperfect. And maybe it's because it's the selfishness. Look at this. It's like, I'm selfish. I want what I want. I get what I want. And maybe you're starting to feel a little guilty about feeling that way. And insecure. So you're feeling insecure, right? And feeling insecure to me is like, that's like feeling like poor. When you feel insecure, you feel financially broke on a spiritual level, like energetic level, you feel broke. But you've got to look at what is making you feel insecure. The fact that that you've been selfish in your past. Perfectionist, that's just, you got to heal that, because nobody's perfect. Nobody. No, until you can walk on water, nobody is perfect. So we have some success, but we have a lot of insecure, fear that is false evidence appearing real, regret from the past. But you have the control. You have the control. You have the power to change all of that negative feelings by forgiving yourself. We've got justice. If this is balanced, and getting your justice, it rides along with judgment. Yeah, Page of Brooms. You're looking out like, You're ready to make a move. You have the passion, you have the drive. You have the will. Your spirit wants to go. Your body's not moving because you're standing there, but your spirit is. Your spirit's already gone to where you want to go. And maybe there's some fear about making that move, it looks. Because you fear, in here in the Five of Cups, you've had past heartbreak with love. And maybe that's why everything's so heavy with work. Because, you know, you tried a union, the Two of Cups, and in the same row on the bottom, it disappointed you. So, I don't know, maybe because you were looking for something that didn't exist, perfectionist, and that's why you were always disappointed. Or maybe because you were selfish, because you had so many options that you never really thought about how to spend your time wisely. And right now, you know, you're feeling a little bit insecure. Because you know what? Your next level, your next step is finding, I think, your heart's desire. Because I don't see love on the table. All I see is business success. And now I see the Tower. I should have stopped while I was ahead. But the Tower is going to come in and it's going to push you into experience where you're going to learn to forgive yourself. That's a way to do it, you know. You by wisdom or by woe, whatever you're asking for is going to get answered. Now you can step into your power and come into some forgiveness and maybe withdraw like the hermit and learn how to do that. Learn to tap into that healing side, because there's a soulmate that came in. And that soulmate came in. You want to know why that soulmate came in? For healing. For healing. What do you think the main purpose of relationships is? To just have somebody to have dinner with? To have sex with? To have company? You know, to depend on them? No! Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Relationships are for healing. You will always heal faster through relationships with other people. So, maybe the soulmate is coming in that'll help heal this insecurity and fear. But you gotta let that in too. You know, you have to. Spiritual growth. We have growth again. So this is the second time that we've had growth. So this is awesome. So sometimes the readings have to be about stuff like that. About how you're spending your energy. About where you're investing into the future. About stepping into your purpose. You already know that you're a powerful manifester. Your judgment is coming in. But spiritual growth is up. And spiritual growth is harder than, you know, running a meeting at work or running a project at work. Spiritual growth will stretch you, will stretch every part of you. It'll stretch your spirit, it'll stretch your body, it'll stretch your mind. And it looks like that's up, because look at this person in that seated meditation. Growth. Healing. Let's see, what else do we want the seeker to know in this journey? In this journey of healing insecurity, finding balance so that you're out of being selfish, because remember we had giving and receiving and children. Hang out with kids. You want to be around people who tell the truth? Hang around some kids. You want to have fun and get out of your own way? Hang out with some kids. You want to grow and develop as a person? Have some kids. Have some children. Me having my son, honestly, I'm going to admit to you good people, I did not like children when I was a young adult. I did not. Kids got on my nerves. And guess what I attracted to me all the time? Children loved me. Kids that weren't even my nieces and nephews, because my nieces and nephews call me Titi Dala, because Dala is my nickname and Titi means auntie. And kids in the neighborhood, all the kids call me Titi Dala. I'm not your aunt. Why are you calling me Titi Dala? Why are you around me? And the thing is I love hanging out with kids. As soon as I had a child, as soon as my son came into this experience in life with me, I fell in love with children. And now I absolutely love children. Ice Queen. I think she's to me, she's the Queen of Swords, the divine mate of the King of Swords. So maybe the soulmate is going to mirror you. So this is a mirroring of just really being not emotional, really no nonsense, really logical, really getting to the truth, but sometimes it requires a little softness. Ice Queen, you need a little fire to warm you up. So does the King of Swords. And the season in this is winter. I think of winter when I see that. And we're still in winter, although we don't have a lot of snow here in southern New Hampshire, which I'm not happy about. But all right, okay, two, and then we're gonna finish this deck. Past life. So the situation revolves around the past again, because we had it here earlier. The regret. Remember the regret? Here we go. The regret. The regret has to do with the past. And so we have the past here again. And work. Like work. You're hiding behind your work. Work. Because work is something you can control. Work is something that is it's easy to hide behind work when you're being called to spiritually grow. Okay? What are you going to do? Try to earn your way out of your past? Or bury yourself in your computer and your projects and your work, hoping that whatever that is that's left unhealed is going to go away? It's not. It's not going to go away until you decide to do something about it. I suggest, like the cards suggest, that you learn how to heal by forgiving yourself from your past. Forgive yourself from your past. If you are selfish, if you're a perfectionist, you're setting yourself up. If you're searching for perfection, you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's kind of like maybe that's a form of either sabotage or self-protection, toxic self-protection. And we've got insecure. So maybe that's why you're doing all of this. Maybe that's why you're diving into this, because you're too insecure right now, and you don't feel strong enough to deal with what's in front of you. This is probably one of the strangest readings I've done, because it's sort of just the messages. The way I pulled the cards was more random. I'm usually more structured, but I felt like I needed to do a free flow, and I'm glad I did. So I just want to say to the person watching is that you're hiding behind your work. You're a little bit overwhelmed. You have a lot of options in your life. You've had some major investments that it's just you're coming into success from your hard work. But now what? It's time to tap into your purpose. And it's time to come into some healing. Because that's the message I got here today. And if it resonates with you, I would love for you to just maybe hit a like. Or if you feel like, you know what, this really does resonate with me, but I need to go deeper, you can always hit me up for a personal reading. I will leave my email in the description box. You can just hit me up an email and just say, I'm interested in a one-on-one, because I'd like to peel more layers and look behind the veil and get to whatever it is that I need to heal. Because when you get to that part that you need to heal, knowing that all of these other parts in your life are settled and are there for you, if you can do the healing, guess what you're going to have? You're going to have an amazing, balanced life. I hope you had a beautiful day. I hope you always do something fun. And if you're interested in reading, send me an email and we can schedule a time to do that. You have had a lot of success. I want you to enjoy it, but I want you to forgive yourself first. Forgive yourself first, and then you can forgive the others, and you can come into a wonderful, beautiful, amazing healing life with your soulmate. All right, I will see you next week. Peace.